What's good, folks? This is Jay, and I am back at it again with another reaction video. And today, I will be checking out a track that was produced by Easy Mill. It's called Curse Me With Hello by some girl named Gianna and Raynn, who apparently is Easy Mill's little sister. So I'm gonna check this out. I'm gonna rate it. And I'm gonna tell you how I feel about it. In 3, 2, how do I do this? This is a new laptop. Hold on, let me see. It is boom. Okay, here we go.
Not supposed to say you love me, cause all I'm trying to do is run from you. I'm keeping tabs on all my apologies, cause I can have you even though I want to.
I don't need these captions on here. It's already got words on the video anyway.
It hurts to say goodbye, but you're the one who cursed me with hello. And even though I've loved you for a long time, you're the one who forced me to let you go.
Never that we would sever all of the dearest endeavors, but it is obvious so we cannot be here together. You are a person that measures my number for your pleasure. He's the apocalypse, cause I'm bringing fear and pressure.
Hold on, let me run that back. I remember I had a videographer one time when I was doing a music video. He told me that putting your lyrics in the music video was corny. I think it's cool. I think it's awesome. I feel like it makes people who don't care about lyrics actually, care about because they're there. If they're there, you might as well read them, right?
It's obvious so we cannot be here together. You are a person that measures my number for your pleasure. He's the apocalypse, cause I'm bringing fear and pressure. I'm assuming my efforts not gonna resume my test. Stop when you got all your solid, it was use of treasure. We fought number 2, we both watched the views of how we work on so soon. You had a new agenda. So if you're going to tell me you love me, it better be on your hands and knees until they're ugly. God, the only thing.
I'm pretty sure the one who's singing on the hook is Gianna, Gianna, with over 700,000 subscribers, which is pretty impressive. Don't know how long it took her to amass that amount of subscribers, but I'm sure it's taken a few years. I'm sure that's the one singing, and the one that's rapping is Easy Mill's little sister. I remember when I first started songwriting, I used to use a lot of long and complicated words. That's usually how you start out. You're just trying to figure out what works for you, and you're constantly increasing your vocabulary, learning new words every day until you figure out how to have your sound, yet be simple at the same time. Yet, you also want to learn how to be able to make people think, because you don't want it to be too easy, especially when you're like a hip-hop head. It's got to be simple enough to understand, but deep enough to make somebody think, if that makes sense. Run from you. I'm not sure. Oh, okay. So Easy Mill directed the video and produced the song. That's pretty cool. Because this is a pretty simple setup as far as like a music video, but it still came out really dope.
Too many steamrollers to show for me and my team. We did call to see go, but they know where to be. Stood up, so up with these 3 brothers who love me and show me the love for the bus we own. When you realize close like the levels are supposed to lose. You shouldn't tell me that I'm so indisposed when I was the one that went and showed you the ropes like whoa. Yeah. And I never been victim, I like I never took vacations, I ain't never been tripping. Stay away from altercations, that's why we'll never fix it. And though it's hard to say goodbye to let go, it's my decision, I gotta go.
It's cool. They're basically saying, you know, find your own path, no distractions. Let's see. All my apologies. Yep, I can completely relate to this. You cursed me with hello, which basically means we probably shouldn't have crossed paths in the first place, but due to the time we spent together, I learned a lesson. Even though I care about you, I can't have you in my life. So I have to say goodbye. Yep. You forced me to do this. It's like in my history. I got friends who they like to get high, drunk, they like to go to jail. I mean, nobody likes to go to jail, but based on how they were acting, it seemed like they like to go to jail. And, they say birds of a feather flock together. If your friends get in trouble, you might get in trouble too. Which is why whenever I got invited to events, I always drove myself. Even though it was painful, I had to separate myself from those people so I didn't go down the same path they did. It's a pretty good song. Hold on, let me see. Is there anything I missed? Or is this just like the outro? I wonder if that's Easy Mill's record label, FFP Records. That sounds like something he would name it. Okay. I can stop this now. If I were to rate this from 1 to 10, I'll give it like a... For a kid, it's like I was listening to a Kid's Bop almost. So I'll probably give this like a... I give it a 7.2. I give it a 7.2. It's a pretty good song. I would probably look for it once or twice, over a span of a few weeks. I might even like it on my Spotify playlist, but I wouldn't say this is like classic level as far as like something I'll repeatedly go to for days and days and weeks and months. But as long as it's in my Spotify playlist, I'll probably go back to it eventually depending on my mood. But it wouldn't be like an all the time, this is stuck with me kind of listen. But it's a good song. It's a really good song. I think they got as long as they stay tied in with like Easy Mill. I mean, if you're willing to stick with it as a kid for however long. Hold on, let me see. How long she been making music? She has been making music. Go to videos. Oh, jeez. She been doing this YouTube since she was like a kid. It's been like 8 years of making YouTube videos. That's cool. Okay. But yeah, if you're willing to stick with being a content creator for this long and eventually being a musician, you got a bright future ahead of you, especially when you got positive influences with like fruit on the tree guiding you, and a supportive dad because he messaged me. But yeah, let me know what y'all think down in the comment section below, and leave any recommendations you may have down in the comments, and we'll keep this rolling. Appreciate y'all for watching. You have a good one. Peace.